How's it going? I have some really interesting fish behavior for you again. So here we have a white-spotted pufferfish, and next to it there is a juvenile golden trevally, and on top of it there is a sharksucker. So what's happening here? This I observed during a night dive in Sambuaguita on Negros Island in the Philippines, and then this puffer here was resting in the sand. They do that sometimes. And it has two commensals with it. So these trevallies, when they're juveniles, they often stick with larger fish. Usually these are sharks or large rays or something along these lines. But here the trevally didn't find a shark, so it's going with a pufferfish. Same thing for the sharksucker. So this often is a species which is on top of turtles or sharks or rays, but here it's going with a medium-sized fish. So what are they doing to each other? The trevally probably profits from the presence of the large fish. I'm not sure if the pufferfish has an advantage or a disadvantage. It doesn't seem to be bothered. It's right between its eyes, and they are in this sandy area at night. The trevally would move around on the puffer. It would go to different positions, and not clear what the mutualistic interaction, what are the benefits or the harms for these. I don't think this is a parasite in a sense that it causes harm to the puffer. Similar situation, though I think it's a little bit more clear with the sharksucker. So they do some cleaning of the larger fish of parasites and bad skin, but they're also what's called a hydrodynamic parasite. So it takes a lot of effort to swim. Locomotion underwater takes energy. And so these sharksuckers, which have a dorsal fin which has been transformed in evolution into this adhesive disc, they essentially get the larger fish to swim for them. And swimming also puts them in a new place, obviously, but also water movement, when a fish is swimming, moves fresh oxygenated water over the gills of that fish. So, very odd to see two different kinds of commensals on one fish. This is definitely in more than 1,000 dives in the Philippines the first time I have seen that. The ocean is full of surprises. Now, where there is a yin, there is a yang. Where there are fish, there also need to be invertebrates in our video. So this is a decorator crab, and you can see almost no part of the body of this crab. Body needs to be pronounced like bodybuilding. And so this crab here is moving along the surface of a artificial reef which was sunk at this dive site. And really the only reason I even saw this animal is because I knew that such crabs exist and it was moving. If you don't know that such decorator crabs exist and it's not moving along, you will essentially think that this is an assembly of orange and gray sponges. So I believe the crab puts the sponges on purpose on its body, and then it just provides amazing visual camouflage. Now, whom do we have here? Cassis cornuta, the helmet snail. And this is a juvenile, and they grow to about the size of a volleyball, several kilos, one of the largest gastropods in the ocean in the Philippines. And they're predators of sea urchins. So I have made a special video only about cassis. On the same dive during which I saw the pufferfish with friends and the decorator crab, I also saw this cassis. So you don't see a lot of them during the day, but at night quite a lot of these cassises around, and they move at quite a decent speed. Now we also saw a really cool animal, which is this grazing sea cucumber. Sea cucumbers, of course, are echinoderms, relatives of the sea stars and sea urchins. And this one, so I'm showing you this here in time lapse. It's grazing the algae on the surface of this artificial reef here. What I want to point out, all of this footage in today's video I shot at night during a night dive. And this fauna which comes out at night, I think, is highly underappreciated. So what we see here is the sunrise a couple of hours after I was done diving. But the ocean is a different place at night. It's worth checking out. More interesting invertebrates. This is a basket star. This is another Echinodon. It's a ophorid, so a brittle star. Brittle stars are similar to sea stars, but they have a bigger central disc and then they have these thin arms. In this case, in this animal, the arms then evolved into this net and they capture plankton in the night. So quite an amazing animal to check out. There are a couple of commensals on this one too. Particularly there is a shrimp which is only a couple of millimeters long, but I have not seen that shrimp in a while and I did not see it during that night dive. You can tell that even when you shine your video light at these animals for just a minute or two, they start to bundle up and they're trying to retract their network, the net, and go into hiding again. So these are very strictly nocturnal animals. I hope you enjoyed this footage again. I definitely enjoyed shooting it. As a farewell, there are a couple more nocturnal fish. Share these posts, this video in your own social media if you don't mind. If you want to ask me questions, I'm trying to answer all of them. Just leave them as a comment here on YouTube. Okay, bye.